Hello there, Janine Bailey. So I decided to get away from the hustle and bustle of Accra and take a trip to Kokrobite. Kokrobite is in Greater Accra in Ghana, and it has a lot of beaches. It's like a whole strip, and there's beaches on each side. Lots of different resorts, different hotels. So I came across this place when I came back to Ghana. I was looking for somewhere to stay for like a month, and I saw an Airbnb, and it was always booked up, but she has really good reviews. Her name's Alice, and if you're interested, contact me in the comments and I will give you her details. The trip here was interesting. It was very, very hot, as you can see. I'm sweating. The car broke down and then I had to wait on the side of the road while the driver went to get fuel and come back and then get back in the car. Now, normally the drivers will continue the trip, so I booked a boat and they'll normally continue the trip, so even if they stop, it adds your bill adds up and they don't really seem to care. But he stopped it. He ended the trip and then he just asked me what the price was originally, and he took that. But anyway, he was a lovely guy. We had a really good chat, really nice. It seemed really down to earth, so I gave him a little tip, you know. He helped me with my bags. Very sweet guy. And then as I got here, I was a little bit lost, and I saw a lady running. She goes, "It's Alice, this way." That's the lady who owns the Airbnb. She had a big smile on her face, a massive smile on her face, and I was like, wow, I felt welcomed immediately, and now I understand why the reviews are so amazing. So this is it. This is nature, baby. This is nature. And the apartment I'm going to be staying in is just there where you see just there where you see the table, just over there. So I decided to get away from Accra and just be away from my phone, away from the internet. Use this time to write and reflect, you know, get to reconnect with my inner self. Read and journal. That's what I'm going to do. Write, read, journal, meditate. Those are my 4 things. I don't know my English. Those are the 4 things I'm going to be focusing on. Coconut, guys, a coconut to welcome me. Taking a trip to the beach every day. I wish I actually lived here. So nice being by the beach and going there every day. Like, I feel so lucky. Quite recently, as I stated in my previous videos, I had been through quite a few events that I found quite challenging and difficult. And upon returning to Ghana, I decided that I need some time to heal and to process everything that happened involving, you know, being detained and returning back to UK against my wishes, losing a lot of money, ending a friendship, deceit, lies, violence. Quite a lot had happened. So I decided to return here because I felt the best place to be right now would be Ghana. It's a country I've lived in before, and I'm quite familiar with it. And I needed some sunshine. I needed some escape from the current pandemic. I mean, it's happening worldwide, but it's not as difficult in certain countries. And I came to the conclusion that I just need to quiet my mind. So I went to Kokrobite with the intention of turning my phone off, or at least leaving it on airplane mode, not communicating with anyone at all, using social media platforms or by phone, and just spend time living in the moment, connecting with people around me, and really taking in the sights and being present, being one with nature, feeling the breeze, listen to the ocean, watching people walk by. And it was quite an experience. I had time to think. I had time to not think and just really relax and let nature, well, the universe, do what it does naturally. I thought it would be difficult to be without my phone, but it wasn't. Do you ever have that feeling sometimes where the messages and the calls just won't stop and you just want to turn your phone off and just cut everyone off for a minute? It just gets so loud, you can't think. And I needed that time to get away from all that noise. So it was quite easy. You know, I never switched my phone on once. I didn't watch any TV. I didn't go on the internet. I didn't use any technology whatsoever whilst I was there, and I literally used that time to connect. I did meet a young man during my time there, and we engaged in really good conversation. And I know for certain that if I had my phone with me, I would not have made that connection with him, and also with the lady who owns the property and her husband and her children. So it was, I just can't put it into words how important it is to shut off sometimes from the world and just go into yourself and reconnect with yourself and others around you properly without any distractions. During my trip, I was invited to lunch by the neighbors who are the owners. She made some tortilla wraps, which is lovely, and we had a conversation, which was quite nice. And I also bonded a little with the children, and I got to meet her friends, and yeah, it was pretty amazing. So I'll definitely be doing this again. 3 things I learned from this trip. 1, the mind needs silence. Number 2, multitasking is a myth. You can't be on your phone when you're with someone else, you know, like constantly texting and whilst you're in the company of another human being. You need to focus on whatever you're doing, focus on that thing, and you'll do your best in whatever activity, even if it's as simple as a conversation at dinner. Just to be present is so important. The 3rd thing I learned is that sometimes we need to be alone in order to process a lot of thoughts. And I added number 4. Whenever you're in pain, darkness, feeling hurt, depressed, sad, down, upset, angry, you have to go through those emotions. And the more open you are to going through these emotions and experiencing them, the quicker you can deal with it and move on from it. I find that pushing things to the back of your mind or drinking or using things to distract the pain that you're feeling only delays your healing. With that said, I'm sending you all lots of love, and thank you so much for watching this video. Have an amazing day.